Alrighty guys, here I am going to show you a quick little video on how to re-gear after you die at the Wilderness Agility course, or just to get geared up in the first place if you want to get some tips and tricks. Not everybody will be aware of all of these little things, so I figured I'd show it in the video, but it's not overly complicated and it doesn't take that long to do. The gear setup has a pretty good amount of prayer bonus, which is quite handy, but I mean, you don't technically need it, but it helps a little bit. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is go grab this anti-dragon shield. You do want this because it will reduce damage from the Dragonfire bolts. A lot of people use the Dragon Bolts E, and the Dragonfire special attack can one-shot you pretty easily at your hit points, so wearing this will help against it because you can't always be protecting magic. If you are protecting magic, I think that also reduces them, but then you're not protecting range and they're using range. So just grab the shield. It's got no requirements and is very quick to grab. So, and you're also in this route, you'll be doing Dragon Slayer 1 relatively early, so it's okay to start it. Whereas in previous versions of the route, we didn't. Anyway, so we got the shield. So next, we're going to come up here to the Woodsman Tutor. This is a little trick that a lot of people who are newer to UIM won't be aware of. You can come in here and talk to him about woodcutting, and he'll give you a bronze axe. You can also pickpocket like Min around here and buy one from Bob, but doing the axe here is faster. And then this other trick that you also may not be aware of is to come to the canoe. So you are going up to the Ferox Enclave. I'm assuming you would have nothing. So I have my rune pouch and stuff here, but I'm assuming you'd have nothing starting out. So you come in, you can shape the canoe. You should be able to create a dugout canoe with the wood cutting you've done for Sea Slug. If you don't have it, I think it's only like level 27 wood cutting, so just knock that out real quick. But I'm pretty sure you should have the wood cutting for this already. Okay, so we take it all the way up to Barbarian Village. This will be a nice, peaceful stroll, or not really stroll, a paddle on the River Lum. Doing this is faster and also is quite convenient, not having to use all your run energy to get up here. You also can use this just normal banking if you're not dying, for example, if you just want to home teleport after you go to Martin Thwat to sell your loot, you can home teleport back down here and take the canoe up. Because you can't use a minigame teleport to get Ferox Enclave and to get to Berthorpe, so it's a handy little trick to know. Okay, so we need to get the monk's robes and the holy symbol. So we're going to come in here to Soul Wars and then exit through the Ferox Enclave portal. Come up here. We're going to go through the opening to get to Ferox Enclave. Da, da, da. Now, this is where I'm assuming you'd pick up your cash. Pick up 151k from the coffers. You need the 150k to get into the course, but you also need 1k to buy some extra stuff, specifically the star and whatchamacallit, the ball of wool. So to make your holy symbol, you don't have to make a holy symbol, but it is a pretty good amount of prayer bonus. And the idea is that you hopefully won't be dying so often. And you know, that prayer bonus might make a big difference, especially if you're doing mass worlds where you're camping prey range quite a bit. So you really will want that extra prayer bonus, and it doesn't take that long to do. Okay, so we got our money. And now we're going to go over into our Doan to get the items that we want, as well as some cakes. So if this isn't your first time out and you already have money, like this is assuming you have some cash in the bank already. So you don't need the Karams, like the Karam bombs. It's okay if you don't get them because those are really for your first time out where you really don't want to die. But on your later trips out, it's okay to get some cakes and just go with that because, you know, sure, why not? Oh, there she is. You'll replace them as you go in the course with the blighted food. Grab ourselves a cloak. It is right on the way. Also, you don't have to use a training sword. So the training sword in the original setup is just to be able to slash the webs. So you can actually use this bronze axe instead. They're equally as good, so it doesn't matter. But you can also grab the training sword if you want to. I think it looks a little bit nicer. That's why I had it. I mean, legit, like I just have the training sword because it looks a little bit cooler than the axe, but they're functionally identical in this build, so it does not matter. Okay, we come over here. This is also a trick that I'm not sure people will know. You can just buy the symbol. Like this whole thing is designed around the fact that you can buy the symbol here. If you had to craft it yourself, it would be kind of annoying, but you don't have to do that. Okay, so then we come over here to the baker. I'm gonna just grab a cake here, but you would grab a full inventory of cakes, minus like 1 or 2 slots, but that's fine. So we're just, that's not a cake. We'll grab a cake. That's not a cake either. Okay, there we go. Just for the posterity. Okay, we grabbed a cake. So you grab all of your cakes now. And so I'm assuming you'll have your mini game teleport up at this point because you hopefully have your mini game teleport. If you died at the course, you're probably there for a while. If you die early enough that you can't use it again, then hopefully you have your home teleport and you can take the canoe back. But if you have neither of those, then I don't know, man. Log out and wait. You could. There's some options. You could take the fishing trawler. Like you could get out more money and take a charter ship back, something like that. But practically speaking, just that won't happen very often. There are other ways to get around it, though. Okay, so we just need to get our monk's robes, and we need our star blessed. So we're gonna come over here to the Edgeville Monastery. La la da da. Edgeville. And we're going to go head over to the Edgeville Monastery, and that will be the last thing for our gear setup. We'll have the cloak, the anti-dragon shield, and some prayer bonus, and the web cutter, and some food. This takes, no more than 10 minutes. Remember, I spent some time at the video starting, and I already had some login time, so say around 10 minutes to do this. It is worth doing, I think, because you really don't have that much prayer. You have really low prayer level. Like, obviously, this account has 99 prayer, but on the main build, you only have 40 prayer. It goes by pretty quickly. So, especially if people are using Smite, they're going to be draining your pro points even more. Oh, I gotta bless the star. So having the extra pro bonus can be really handy, so you don't run out in a long tank. There we go. I want to bless the star. There we go. Okay. And then the last thing will be is to just run back to the Ferox Enclave, which I don't think I need to show that. I think it's fairly self-explanatory at this point. You should be ready, good to go. Head over there, take the ladder or take the lever, and head on to the course. And good luck, have fun, and try not to die as much as you can. Bye.